Associate Chair in the School of Literature, Media, and Communication, an innovative interdisciplinary program that bridges humanistic modes of inquiry to deeply informed engagements with science and technology, and crucially, brings scientific modes to bear on the methods and forms of literary and cultural studies. I was lucky enough to spend a year at Georgia Tech and saw firsthand the lively results of these cross-disciplinary conversations, very much including those projects that Lisa helped to innovate, such as the Science Fiction Research Laboratory, the Sci-Fi Lab radio show, the Georgia Tech Science Fiction Research Archives, and the minor in Science Fiction Studies. As all of this suggests, Lisa is one of those people who makes things happen. At Georgia Tech, as in the broader world of science fiction studies, Lisa is a world maker. And so it's no surprise that her scholarship too seeks to rewrite the just so stories scholars have told about who writes science fiction and to what end. Her 2008 monograph, Galactic Suburbia: Recovering Women's Science Fiction, returns us to the golden age of American SF, that is the most masculinist, allegedly technophilic period of science fiction storytelling, to show us that not only were women writing in the genre, but that they were using the predominant technophilia to interrogate the relations between labor, technology, sex, and gender, and to propose techno-utopian solutions. She reminds us that this was a period in which housework was narrated, and in fact was, highly technologized. Women science fiction writers took seriously the idea of the scientist in domestic sciences of housewifery, and used the space that Lisa, following Joanna Russ, calls Galactic Suburbia to, quote, stake claims to women's place in America's future. Her newest project, which she is co-composing with Dr. Isaiah Lavender, continues work she's done in African American and Afro-diaspora science fictions, especially in the form of the Bannekerade, a genre she named after the 18th century Black American inventor Benjamin Banneker, who incidentally is also honored in our own Banneker Center here in Bloomington. While interest in Afrofuturist writing, art, and music is especially pronounced today, Lisa's work demonstrates its deep historical ties to the development of the science fiction imaginary. But it is from her other project, co-composed with Dr. Patrick Sharp, that she will be speaking with us today. That project, Sisters of Tomorrow, the First Women of Science Fiction, which is forthcoming from Wesleyan University Press, looks at a broad range of genres from across the 20th century authored by women, including science fiction, science journalism, editorial labor, and her subject for today, science fiction poetry. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Lisa Yaszek.
Well, I want to thank you also for all coming out today, and of course I want to thank DeWitt and Rebekah and Monique for organizing such a fantastic trip. And in particular, kudos to Rebekah. It's always interesting to hear your work spoken about by other people. And I feel really fancy now, and I'm very glad that DeWitt is recording this so that I can go back later on and in those low moments.